Inviting the highest evolution and the greatest joy into your life experience requires you to understand and accept these three crucial principles. The first one is consciousness is primary and is the source of everything. Secondly, you need to embrace and understand that everything is energy, frequency, and vibration, and they're also interdependent and interconnected. And the third one is time is an illusion that's actually created by consciousness. And once you embrace all of these at a really deep consciousness level, you're going to start to remember how to manipulate energy and energy flows in a very, very predictable fashion. Or say differently, you can consciously create the perfect resonant frequency within yourself so that you can begin to resonate or frequency match with exactly what you desire within the quantum field. Because once you resonate with the right frequency and you consistently engage the quantum field via your emotions, remember, emotions are energy in motion, the correct emotions, in other words, emotions of love, peace, joy, tranquility, etc. The quantum field is basically going to align everything, and it's going to begin to mirror that exact life experience that you want, which is based on that highest evolution and greatest joy that you really want to invite into your life experience. When you begin to understand that you are the awareness or the consciousness who actually engages, communicates, and resonates with frequencies within the quantum field, you're equipped to begin to consciously create any life experience that you desire. How do you do that? Well, you do that by creating the right emotive state, the consistent positive state of consciousness, love, joy, tranquility, peace, passion, etc. And then what happens is you begin resonating with the exact resonant frequency within the quantum field, which is going to mirror that positive life experience, that one filled with joy and passion and love, and in fact demonstrates your highest evolution and greatest joy. Because until you accept that you are the awareness or the consciousness behind inviting your highest evolution and greatest joy into your life, you're going to continue to look outside of yourself. You're going to be looking for motivation, and you're going to continue to feel like you've got to strive and stress. And remember, striving and attempting and trying to achieve is a resonant frequency, right? So as long as you continue to resonate with striving, well, the quantum field's going to resonate or reflect, mirror striving. But once you embrace the concept and you accept that your life experience does in fact evolve through you, you create the feeling within yourself that I've already achieved it. And now, remember, now you're resonating with achieved. And that is what the quantum field is going to mirror back to you as your life experience. Once you embrace these three constructs at a deep consciousness level, namely, you realize that you don't live in a world that kind of happens to you, where you're just kind of this helpless passenger along for the ride, but rather that the life experience that manifests actually occurs through you. When you do this consistently, you begin to consciously shift energy and energy flows in a very predictable fashion. Or said differently, you equip yourself to begin to consciously create that perfect life experience that you desire. And the final piece in the puzzle is you need to break that addiction that you have with believing in the linear progression of time. Time is an illusion which we created to allow us to have a complete incarnate experience where we deploy the linear progression of time as a tool, a resource to allow us to actually experience, that experiential soul expansion that we incarnated for in the first place. We're going to attach a video in the comments which will explain this in much more detail. When I say this, I'm talking about how we need to move away from seeing time as linear. The video will explain that in a whole lot more detail. But what we want to do is we want to say this is kind of part of a two-part series, because in the first video we sort of saying what conditions you need to make sure in place, or in other words, what constructs, what principles you need to embrace. In the second video, we explain how to effectively deploy these three principles to help you to invite in that highest evolution and the greatest joy into your life experience. Just a little teaser. The three manifestation constructs that we're going to introduce you to in the next video are clarity, intention, and letting go. And once you can embrace these three principles that we're describing to you, you're equipped to invite in the highest evolution and the greatest joy you can ever imagine into your life experience.